If you're looking for a beginner's guide tutorial that will show you the ropes on this fun and easy craft called macrame, then this macrame Christmas gnome tutorial is just for you. Nicole here from Macrame, and welcome to my channel. As the name already suggests, this channel is all about macrame. From DIY patterns to tips and tricks videos, there are several beginner-friendly tutorials here on this channel. If you guys are keen on learning more macrame, make sure you click that subscribe button and then also give this video a big thumbs up. In this particular video, I will be going over a super adorable Christmas gnome ornament. This is a great beginner's project that doesn't require any complicated knots. The only two knots we will use in this pattern are the Lark's head knot and the Double Half Hitch knot. Whenever I do use the Double Half Hitch knot a lot in the pattern, I still consider that a little bit more intricate, so a slightly more intermediate level project. But because we are going through this DIY tutorial in a step-by-step format, even if you're a beginner, you should still be able to follow along. If you are a beginner and you're looking for more macrame resources, we do have a 50 knots and sentence ebook that's free for download over on bochinat.com. So if you're interested, head on over there and check it out. We also offer a 2-for-1 cord deal for new subscribers as well. One thing for sure is that this gnome is super fun to make. So whether you're new to the world of macrame or if you're just looking for something fun to make over the holidays, then this project is perfect for you. And with all of that said, let's get right into it. You will need some materials and supplies for this pattern. You'll either need 3mm or 4mm macrame cord, 1mm or 2mm string, and 1 large hole bead. Here are the supplies I will be using today. On the left here, I have my 0.75 inch wooden bead. And then next to it is the 1.5mm 2-ply string from our rainbow cord line that we will be using as a hanger for the ornament itself, and then also to thread through the bead and the beard of the pattern. And then right next to it is our 3mm single strand cotton cord in terracotta color. I'm using this deep red color to make the Santa hat, and this is a nice and sturdy cord from our rainbow cord line. And then right next to it is our 3mm single strand cord in natural, also from our rainbow cord line. We will be using this primarily for the beard part of the pattern. To begin, we're going to take our strand of cord at 110 centimeters long, and we're going to measure to 35 centimeters on one end. Once you have that point measured, we're going to hold that spot, and then we're going to make a loop around with the long end so that it overlaps, like so. Then taking your 3 strands of cord at 70 centimeters long, we're going to attach each one of those cords folded in half onto this loop here with reverse Lark's head knots. Once all 3 70 centimeter long cords are attached, we can now pull on the longer end of the anchor cord to tighten this part of the pattern. This forms the top part of the Santa hat that we will be making. Once the loop has been tightened, there should be 7 vertical cords that are similar length at the bottom at 35 centimeters long approximately, and then one longer end, which is the end that we're going to be using as the anchor cord to make these rows of double half hitch knots. Taking the long end, we're going to bring it across to the left, and then we're going to tape the short end down on the right side. So we're going to skip that short end anchor cord, and then with the next vertical cord, we're going to use that as a working cord for a double half hitch knot onto that long anchor cord. Then take the next cord and repeat the same thing. And then you're going to repeat these double half hitch knots all the way around. Once the first row of double half hitch knots are made, we're going to take the tape off, and then we're going to start with that short anchor cord for the next row of double half hitch knots. So continuing on with the same anchor cord, make 3 double half hitch knots to the left. Because we want to make the hat wider and wider, we will have to add cords throughout this pattern to increase the width. So at this point, we're going to take a strand of 50 centimeter long cord and attach it onto the anchor cord using a reverse lark's head knot. First fold the cord in half and then attach it with a reverse locksnet knot onto the anchor cord. Then continuing on with the same anchor cord, make 3 more double half hitch knots to the left. Once done, you will see that the pattern is starting to spiral. And at this point, we're going to take another 50 centimeter strand of cord and we're going to attach it onto the anchor cord with another reverse locksnet knot. Now taking the same anchor cord over to the left, make 4 more double half hitch knots to the left. Now using the same anchor cord, we're going to continue with another full double half hitch knot row so that you can count down 4 rows from the top. So right now we're at 3 and we're going to add a full row of double half hitch knots. Now that we have 4 rows of double half hitch knots, take the anchor cord and make half a row of double half hitch knots. So add about 6 double half hitch knots. Then right about this point, you're going to add your last strand of cord at 30 centimeters long onto the anchor cord with a reverse locksnet knot. Then add another full row of double half hitch knots all around. Once you are done and the cords are too short to continue with the double half hitch knots, you should have about 6 or 7 rows of double half hitch knots. Now taking the anchor cord with the next vertical cord, we're going to tie a double overhand knot. Now, with scissors, we're going to trim off some of the excess cords. We're going to leave about an inch or so of cord left at the ends. And then we're going to tuck those cord ends inside of the hat. Once tucked in, we'll now take our large bead and a strand of 20 centimeter long string, and we're going to thread the bead through underneath the hat. So thread the string through the bead first, and then using a crochet hook, we're going to place the bead inside and underneath the hat. Then at the back, we are going to thread the string through on one end and then do the same on the other end. And then once the string ends are weaved through to the back, we're going to tie a double overhand knot. Make sure that the bead fits nice and snug underneath the hat, and then we're going to pull on those string ends tightly before making the double overhand knot. Then trim off the excess string. Now taking a second strand of 20 centimeter long string, we're going to take our 8 strands of 30 centimeter long cords. This time we're using a different color in natural. we're going to attach it onto the string with another set of reverse Lark's head knots. Continue this until all 8 strands of 30cm long cords are attached with reverse Lark's head knots. Make sure you push the reverse Lark's head knots together so that there's minimal space in between the knots. Then again, we're going to weave the sides of the strings through the back of the hat. Before we tighten at the back with a double overhand knot, make sure at the front you should see that the beard hangs nicely right underneath the bead and to the sides. And if that's the case, we can now make the double overhand knot at the back. Now we can comb through and trim the beard at the bottom. Last but not least, take our remaining 20cm string. We're going to thread it through the top part of the hat at the back to use as the handle for the ornament. Once you thread the string through, we're going to tie a large overhand knot at the ends. And this gnome ornament is now complete. And that concludes our super adorable macrame gnome tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I know the little hat part is a little bit harder to make with the double half hitch knots, but if you guys did go through with it, you've just made a 3D macrame design because that hat is a 3D macrame hat. If you guys are interested in learning more macrame techniques like these 3D and intricate knotting techniques, we do go over that in more detail over on our Bochinat Macrame community on Patreon. So if you guys are interested in checking us out there, you can head on over to patreon.com/Bochinat for more details. I hope you guys have a happy holidays, and I will see you guys soon.